All right, and we're in the shop for just a minute now, just a minute. We are gonna go on another trip. This one's a little bit further than the last one. In the last video, we of course went to an auction, which is local and nearby. In this video, we're going to Arkansas via Memphis. I'm in Minnesota right now, and I've got a buddy who got in a car crash. He's okay, everybody's okay, not a problem. But we are going to go to Arkansas, fix his truck that I'm buying from him, and we're gonna drive it back. It's over 1,000 miles. So I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride, so hopefully everything works out good, and let's check this out.
Yeah, I can't do that. I think you have to pay like...
Made her. So I've never been to this state or airport before. We're in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's go check out the truck by way of Arkansas. All right, we're here at my buddy's place, so pretty exciting. I made it this far. He's got a shop, which I'm getting ready to show you. Actually, I'll show you now. It's right behind me there. Let me introduce you to our project. Here it is. Short bed, regular cab. This truck's actually in really good shape, as you can see as we go around. And I'm just going to give you a quick tour here. But over here is where we got problems. This is where we got in the accident, obviously. And it was a kind of a side T-bone type deal. But the car came up over here. I don't know how it missed this tire, but it ripped the hubcap off. Caused a bunch of damage in there, which I will show you once we get this tire off. And obviously had some impact all the way down the side. And then it punched a hole right there into this tire. So we need at least one tire that we're going to need. So what I'm going to do, before we even get started, and actually I think I will try and show you a little bit. I don't have a light, but you might kind of see what's going on at a rough glance. Upper control arm with the ball joint, tie rod end, I'm sure the knuckle's bad, stuff like that. So, no, I'm sorry, not knuckle, the bearings. So I've got all the parts already ordered that I think we're gonna need. If we need more stuff, we can certainly run to town to get that. But I think what I'll do before I get started is I'm gonna pull that tire off, run to town, get that fixed. So we got 4 tires holding air. Then we'll pull off this front one, dive into that, and get this beast running. So let me go ahead and get that done first, because she's going to town anyway, and she's my ride. She meaning my buddy's wife. We'll do that, then I'll come back. I'm not going to show you all that. It'll just be quick, easy. I'll throw it on. So then we got the tire situation taken care of. We'll pull that guy off and dive into it. So let's go get that done. All right, so I got the tires at the tire shop. And off the rig here, I'm going to start by telling you, you're going to see a sweaty mess. It is very, very toasty out and very humid. So I'm going to lose some weight today. Sorry in advance. Anyway, here is what we've got. So our upper ball joint here is snapped. Our inner tie rod is bent. Our axle boot is ripped. Obviously we got some grease coming out. So what I think the plan of attack is, we'll take off our brake assembly, we'll unhook or unbolt our axle nut, and just start removing all this stuff. And then after we do that, we will start putting everything back in. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to try and set you up where you can see. Things might be backwards because I'm going to have to put you in a good position here. So anyway, let's dive into this. So I'm going to start by just taking some of this stuff off as best I can here. And I'm sorry if you can't quite see everything. I'm getting the angle as best I can. All right, we got the brake stuff off. Now, let's go ahead and pull the hub. I'm sorry, let's pull the bearing stuff apart and see if we can get the axle nut off. All right, I got this really cool looking pipe wrench here. Teeth are gone, if there ever even was teeth, but I got a feeling it's gonna work. I love these old tools. Maybe we ought to take this off. It's just in the way and we don't need it at the moment. And it's gotta come off anyway. Good idea. Yeah, so we'll take that bolt off, that bolt. See what happens here. Really, Chevy? You gotta take that out now? Good griff. Okay, so we might be taking the tie rod off too here. Just because it's in the way. And it's gotta come off anyway. Alright, so I'm trying to find tools as I do this and try to keep a little cool anyway. So I'm going to be jumping around a little bit. But the name of the game today, or this morning yet, is to get this done so I can go in and get an alignment this afternoon and the truck's ready for the road trip back home. That's kind of the hope anyway. So we'll see if that goes as a backup plan. If for whatever reason I don't get this done today, we can get the alignment done tomorrow. They are open. It's Friday today, and then tomorrow's Saturday. So, but for now, we want to get this upper control arm out of our way. So we got that off. We'll pull this off, get the upper control arm. I got to figure a way to get this axle off. She's being a little bit of a bugger, but that's okay. That's okay. There's a lot of critters out here. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff that I'm not used to down here in the south. It's kind of cool. Get out of here. Good. Now, let's go ahead and get this guy off. And my plan is going to be this. We're going to use 2 vice grips because when one doesn't work, maybe 2 will. All right, one more piece to the puzzle is out. Now we only got one more thing to do, and that's this inner tie rod, and I don't have the right wrench for it. So let's bring back our trusty 100-year-old pipe wrench, this old bugger, and let's see if it'll knock that guy off. Okay, attempt number, what is this, 2 or 3? This old bugger, she's cool, but it belongs on a shelf somewhere as a piece to look at, because it doesn't work. All right, so I think this is a 35 millimeter, and we don't have one. So let's get creative, see what we can do. All right, we got updates. I got the right tool for the job. When you got a friend who's got awesome neighbors, that's gonna get that guy off. A new problem is gonna be this. Getting this off of the knuckle, the old ball joint nut. So what I tried hitting it and all I'm doing is making it worse. So what I'm gonna do is pull the whole knuckle off, take this out, see if I can beat this out. So let's get this tie rod business taken care of, and then we'll worry about this other stuff. Okay, that problem is solved. Can you see my thumb? There it is. Yay! Now let's get this knuckle off. This is our next problem. So when it comes to, let's get you lined up a little bit. When it comes to this kind of thing, what you really need is a bigger hammer. So I'm gonna go find a bigger hammer and see if I can't relieve this truck of this knuckle just so I can get this bolt out, because there's really no better way of doing it that I am seeing right now. So I'll be back. Have I mentioned it's freaking hot out here? My God. Anyway, here we are. All the old yucky not good stuff is out. It was a little bit of a bear getting that out, but I used some common sense. That made some good progress. We got it all out. Inner tie rod, outer tie rod, axle, you name it. So now it's time to put new parts in. Sorry about my mess, but that's the way it's going to be for this project. So axle, bearings, upper arm. Oh, under here I got my new tie rods, inner and outer. We'll use new for both. And let's go ahead and start getting this bad boy put together. Sorry about all the sloppy sweat and mess, but they're not kidding down here in Arkansas. It's warm, it's humid. It's actually kind of nice, but I got shade now, got a fan there. I mean, really, who's complaining? I know I'm just telling you, but I ain't complaining, okay? So let's get her going. Okay, got the new tie rod, inner and outer. I counted the threads on the old one, so we'll put the new one in. I'm gonna say right now, I've never had luck with this. I'm always off, but we're getting an alignment, so who cares? As long as it's close. A few miles down the road, should be fine. I found her sitting there. See her? Hopefully she don't bite me. That is big. That's my finger. That's a big girl. I gotta kill her though, because she's in the way. Well, maybe I'll let her go. All right. I'm coming to you with a live update, okay? It isn't live at all, but it is an update. I'm done. No, I don't have the tires back, but I'm done. Let's check it out. Here it is. Got the upper control arm in, axle, inner and outer tie rods, new hub, bearings, whatever, everything's tight. This hog is ready to run. I just got to clean up my mess. So I'm going to do that, and we'll get the tires on. I won't show you that. And then, one thing, if you're astute and an astute observer, you'll notice I don't even know if this thing runs. Actually, I do. My good buddy keeps up real good on the maintenance and stuff, so he tells me this thing runs like a top. So that's not even a big deal, but we definitely got to take her for a spin. So I'm going to see, the tires should have been done by now, and we got to get the alignment yet. So let me check into that. I'll bring you back once it's completely done, ready to go back up to Minnesota. So hang tight, let's get these tires on. So here's the truck. It is done. Ready to drive back to Minnesota. Still got the body damage, but all the mechanical or the steering or whatever you want to call it, that's all good to go. Tires, alignment, everything. So not too bad at all. Pretty happy with this. My buddy's probably not so happy now that it's back on the road, but he'll be all right. So I'm going to bring you guys along for the trip back. A couple places we might stop, but I wanted to give a quick walk around of the truck in its final state, and before we head on out, which will be a couple days from now. But there it is. We'll catch back with you when we head out on the road. Huge success. So far, we got the truck running. My buddies were awesome hosts, had a great time, including a crawdad boil, which I've never done. So what a good time. Good friends, good people. Thank you guys very much for all your hospitality. You know who you are. So anyway, let's go ahead and hit the road and see what we have to see as we get this new truck kind of back on the road for the first time. And well, not too long, but it was wrecked. Now it's not. So let's check it out. such is life. Phone broke down in an O'Reilly's. Let's see what's going on. Dang it. As you can see, something's supposed to go here. Kind of a charging mechanism. So I'm going to see if I can swap that out real quick. Maybe a new battery, and we'll go from there. Alright, so here we go. We got the new alternator in. It took me about 5 minutes, so no big deal. I don't know if the battery's good. It's certainly old. Is it worth another $200 to replace it? I don't know. Okay, we did the battery thing. Nice. Alright, a little hot, a little sweaty, a little bit of time taken off the back end of the trip, but I think it'll be alright. I'm going to go fill up on gas, maybe grab a little lunch and hit back on the road. Well, we made her back to the shop. In one piece, mind you. What a cool success. Awesome experience. Great people. I got to meet my friends, neighbors who are just awesome people. Of course, I got to hang out with my friends. We did have a little hiccup about 400-ish miles into the journey with the alternator bit. No big deal. Pulled on in. What had happened was ever since I first fired this up, it started kind of funny. And so that's been in the back of my mind. And I thought, you know, I better do something about it, at least check it. Yes, I should have checked it before I left, but I didn't. Oh well, because other than that, it ran fine. So I did that, and the battery wasn't sure, the alternator showed bad. Went ahead and replaced it with O'Reilly's really horrible loaner tools. I had to use, anyway, just get your own tools, OP, for Christ's sakes. Anyway, so yeah, we made it. We're in the shop. It's great. As you can see, we've got a little more work to do on this. There are going to be some future things going with this. I just don't know what exactly yet. Still kind of processing them. It is a 4-wheel drive, so do we keep it like it is and just clean it up and fix the body damage? Do we do something a little extra? I don't know. But I think I'll bring you along for the ride. One thing I haven't shown is that I'm actually working on a very similar truck in an extended cab flavor that's getting new rockers and new cab corners. So I'm doing that off camera, but I might do this one on camera. We'll see. We've got a lot of other stuff to do too. So thank you very much for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on the next one.